The most difficult thing to do is to be invited on daily basis to attempt commentary on mostly the tangential press conferences of the opposition New Patriotic Party. It has been my position for some time now that, look, when it comes to democratic stability, the responsibility is not on government alone. It is on all stakeholders, including major political parties, as far as our democratic processes are concerned. Unfortunately, the NPP, even in opposition, is proven to the Republic that it is not only a danger to our democratic stability and freedom of expression whilst in government as a political party, but even in opposition, it is committed to doing everything within its power to sidestep legal processes, democratic norms, just to fulfill the wishes of members of the New Patriotic Party, to the detriment of the Ghanaian people. And this press statement by the New Patriotic Party in Parliament was no different.
You think so?
Absolutely, and I'll explain why. When this government assumed office, and certain people were being arrested and invited to answer or as part of investigations that were ongoing, we were told by the Director of Communications of the New Patriotic Party, Richard Ahiago, to begin to give reasons why those people were being invited or arrested. And that institutions like the BNI, now NIB, could not simply pick out people without letting the public know why these people were being picked up. You remember?
Yeah.
And that it was in tandem with democratic governance. They called for it. For the Ghanaian people to be abreast with whatever was going on as far as investigations were concerned. We didn't. Many of these institutions started responding. And when it comes to the Attorney General's outfit, maybe they need to revisit the 1992 Constitution again. It is clear. He's not only minister responsible for justice, he is also the Attorney General of the land. And so his role has a dual responsibility.
True.
One, as an important player when it comes to the governance architecture in terms of providing timely information to the Ghanaian people, and also as the #1 legal representative of the state in court. And there's the need for us to create that distinction. And so as part of the government's agenda of carrying the people along, of being accountable to the good people of this country, his role as minister responsible for justice requires that at every step of the way, he keeps the Ghanaian people aware of the work he's doing as Minister of Justice. And that is in tandem with the principle of accountability as far as democratic governance is concerned, and access to information by the Ghanaian people.
Yeah.
And you see, that is why I am disappointed when I hear people make references to the effect that, oh, presumption of innocence, and so the Attorney General has proceeded to declare these people as being guilty, even though no court has done so. Perhaps they need to listen to his press engagements again. When you are a lawyer or an Attorney General in his position now, and you file charges, we have what we call the statement of offense and particulars of that offense, which is your charge sheet. It's a public document. So if your particulars of offense says that on this day you A, B, C, D, within the jurisdiction of the court, engage in an act of blah blah, appropriation of something that does not belong to you. It is because the Attorney General, in preparing the charge sheet, has already come to one conclusion. The evidence available to him convinces him that you are guilty of the crime. That is why he is decided to proceed to court.
Very well.
And so before he gets to court, if his investigations tells him that Mr. A is guilty or is likely to be guilty, and he organizes a press conference to make the facts available and to inform the Ghanaian people why he thinks that they have a question or they have a case to answer, there's absolutely nothing illegal about it. Perhaps people are confusing the presumption of innocence It only comes to play when a charge sheet is before the court. And give me an example. Any of the cases that he held earlier press conferences on that are before the courts, have you heard the Attorney General addressing press conferences on same? The presumption of innocence is effective when you have a charge sheet before the law courts. That is why he's refrained from running commentary on the issue of what's his name, Albert Odibuahin. I hope I got it right. Odibuahin, for example.
The Signals Bureau.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Have you heard the Attorney General making statements to the effect that indeed we have done this in relation to that case? Because it is now official before the law courts, and the presumption of innocence kicks in fully. So people must understand that the framers of the 1992 Constitution were not simply sleeping when they decided to put in many of these constitutional strictures to ensure both democratic accountability and legal accountability. And with these press conferences, it is strictly in tandem with the ambit of democratic accountability. And this government will not run away from getting the people to know cases that they intend to present before the law courts. This government will not run away from letting the Ghanaian people know what they have found out in terms of their investigations. And there's absolutely nothing untoward about it. Indeed, it happens in all serious democracies. Not long ago, you heard prosecutors in the United States of America held press engagements about Donald Trump, even before he was elected. Didn't you see that? It happens in the United Kingdom. Many common law jurisdictions. So this is not new.
The presumption of innocence kicks in after a charge sheet is presented in court. What about the argument of it being prejudicial to describe these persons as lawless looters even before going to court?
Who has described them as lawless looters?
That was captured in the AG's press conference.
But if you
lawless looters engaged in a criminal enterprise.
Absolutely. That is what his investigations has revealed. And remember that even when he made those statements, he was quick to say that at the end of the day, they will have their day in court. Didn't he say that?
He did.
Absolutely. But it does not mean that he's prevented from reaching a conclusion as Attorney General of the Republic of Ghana.
But his conclusion is not a pronouncement of a court.
Absolutely. So that is why it's not prejudicial. That's why you cannot be making statements to the effect that it's prejudicial, because he's not arrogated to himself the powers of a judge. What he's doing has nothing to do with the issues being prejudicial. It has more to do with democratic accountability.
And also damaging the images of those
involved. What do you mean by damaging the images of those involved?
Because if you're holding press conferences and describing
do you know
me as a lawless
looter, do you know the cost of democratic governance? On these platforms, you, those in the media, on daily basis, you churn out information about public servants, accusations of corruption against them, and you give it ample coverage on your platforms. Is that prejudicial? Have you tried them before any court?
Allegations.
This is absolutely. So that is why I'm telling you that even the Attorney General made the point that at the end of the day, they would have a day in court. The Attorney General is not precluded from also throwing such allegations, especially allegations that he believes are grounded in law because of the investigative institutions that have carried out those investigations. If you can sit here and do that, what makes you think that in the principle of democratic accountability, the Attorney General cannot engage a press conference and let the people know what state institutions have discovered in their investigations? So let us be calm and allow the Attorney General to do his work, both as Attorney General and Minister responsible for justice. As for the information, the Ghanaian people will begin to get more information. Nana, you are seated here. You have not done anything. Has the Attorney General organized a press conference about your rule?
No.
Absolutely not.
Very well.
Those that they are holding the press conferences on, were they the only appointees of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo in the last administration? There are many of them who are working free.
Indeed, some are even quietly attending to investigations.
Absolutely. Yeah. So the issue is that we must be interested in knowing, you see, sunshine is an important disinfectant. And many of us, especially those of us coming from the PNDC, NDC stock, we believe that sometimes exposing what people have engaged in is an important way of ensuring that others do not follow that path. People have forgotten. Many of our senior compatriots died for less in the past because of allegations of corruption.
Very well.
We will not allow this country to go back to that history. And so we'll do everything within our power to bring sunshine. Hopefully the courts will see the need to partner us in that drive.
Very well. Very well. Doc,